have you ever wondered why so many problems seem to overwhelm our lives? Why do some people seem to effortlessly overcome challenges while others feel stuck? Today, we are uncovering a powerful truth. 90% of your problems can be traced back to a handful of core reasons. By the end of this video, you'll gain clarity on these reasons and discover actionable ways to solve them. So, get comfortable, because we're about to transform how you approach your problems. Picture this: you wake up, and before you've had your first sip of coffee, you're already bombarded with decisions: what to wear, what to eat, how to respond to an email. This constant mental overload feels like it's controlling your day. But what if I told you, it all boils down to clarity? Let's explore this first reason. Lack of clarity in your goals and priorities is like trying to sail a ship without a map. You're busy, but are you productive? Here's a tip: take 5 minutes every morning to write down your top 3 priorities for the day. This small habit will give you a sense of direction and reduce the feeling of overwhelm. Now, let's tackle the second reason: procrastination. We've all been there, scrolling endlessly on social media, binge-watching Netflix, avoiding that one important task. Procrastination is a thief of time and peace of mind. But there's a way out. Start with the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. And for larger tasks, break them into bite-sized steps. Progress, no matter how small, creates momentum. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. Why do we procrastinate in the first place? Fear of failure? Perfectionism? Or maybe it's just the overwhelming size of the task. Whatever the reason, acknowledge it. Once you're aware of why you're avoiding something, you can address it head-on. For example, if fear is holding you back, remind yourself that action, no matter how imperfect, is always better than inaction. How often do problems arise because of misunderstandings? Poor communication is one of the biggest culprits behind conflicts at home, work, or with friends. Imagine sending a simple text message, only for it to be misunderstood and cause unnecessary tension. Clear communication can prevent this. Instead of saying, "Why didn't you do this?" try asking, "Can you help me understand what happened?" It's all in the tone and intent. And communication isn't just about words. It's also about listening. How often do we truly listen to understand rather than just waiting for our turn to speak? Practice active listening. Focus on the other person's words, body language, and emotions. Respond thoughtfully, and you'll see how much smoother your relationships become. Next, let's address your mindset. Negative thinking patterns like overthinking, self-doubt, and focusing on problems magnify challenges. Your thoughts shape your reality. Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm learning and improving." Here's an exercise. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every night. Over time, gratitude rewires your brain to focus on the positive. Let's dig deeper into this. Did you know that your brain has something called a negativity bias? It's wired to focus on threats and problems. While this was useful for survival in ancient times, today it often causes unnecessary stress. The good news: you can train your brain to focus on solutions. Start with small challenges. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," ask, "What's one thing I can do to make this easier?" Consistency is another secret to overcoming problems. Take any goal, whether it's learning a new skill, getting fit, or saving money. The magic isn't in doing something once, it's in showing up consistently. Even small steps taken regularly can lead to incredible results. Remember, consistency beats intensity every time. Think about a drop of water hitting a rock. One drop doesn't make a difference, but thousands over time can carve a hole in solid stone. That's the power of consistency. So, whether it's reading 1 page of a book daily or taking a 10-minute walk, stick with it. Trust the process. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear of failure, judgment, or change often keeps us stuck. But here's a fact: fear is usually an illusion. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Most of the time, the answer isn't as scary as you think. Challenge yourself to take one small step outside your comfort zone daily. Growth lives on the other side of fear. And remember, it's okay to fail. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Think about how many times you fell before you learned to walk. Embrace failure as a teacher, not a setback. Unrealistic expectations are another hidden source of stress. Social media plays a big role here, showing us highlight reels that make us feel inadequate. But remember, nobody's life is perfect. Instead of comparing, focus on your journey. Celebrate your progress, even if it feels small. Have you ever set a goal so big that it felt impossible to achieve? Break it down. For instance, if your goal is to write a book, start with 1 page a day. Over a year, that's 365 pages. Adjust your expectations to match reality, and you'll find yourself achieving more. Finally, let's address external validation. Do you find yourself craving likes and comments on social media? Seeking approval from others can be exhausting. Real confidence comes from doing what aligns with your values. Ask yourself, am I doing this for me or for others? When you live authentically, the need for validation fades away. Here's a powerful exercise. Write down your core values, the principles that matter most to you. Then, evaluate your actions. Are they aligned with these values? When you live in alignment, you'll feel more fulfilled and less dependent on external approval. And of course, we can't ignore health. Neglecting your physical and mental well-being makes every problem feel worse. Start small, drink more water, take a short walk, and get enough sleep. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, making life's challenges easier to handle. Think of your body as a car. If you neglect maintenance, it breaks down. But with regular care, fueling it with nutritious food, exercising, and resting, it runs smoothly. Prioritize your health, and you'll have more energy to tackle life's challenges. Conclusion. So, there you have it. 90% of your problems often stem from these reasons. Lack of clarity, procrastination, poor communication, negative thinking, inconsistency, fear, unrealistic expectations, external validation, and neglecting health. But the best part? Every one of these is within your control. Start small. Focus on one area at a time. Progress is better than perfection. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Let's tackle life's challenges together and build a brighter, more fulfilling future. If you like my video, please share, like and subscribe and comment also. Thanks.